If you guys are in need of coins for any reason, make sure to check out cheapmaddencoins.com. Use code Mike at checkout for 10% off. Today, guys, I'm going to be talking about something that's very important when it comes to online Madden Ultimate Team play. Now, I don't know if you've ever played against a team that just had these cornerbacks that just made plays. You're like, dude, that man's in a deep blue, but he's playing the corner routes, or the guy's in a cloud flat, but somehow he's playing my drags. I'm gonna give you guys the secret. Now, a lot of people on the Madden Twitter community know this. A lot of people on the Madden Twitch community, they know this as well, but on the YouTube community, I'm not exactly sure. Now, I haven't seen anybody make a video about this. I might be wrong. There might have been somebody that has already done this, but I wanted to point this out to you guys and just show you how you can immediately make your defense better, or how you can work around another player's defense. There is one statistic in defense right now that is more important than any other statistic, and yes, including speed. I'm not even kidding you right now. This statistic is more important than speed, and that, my friends, is zone coverage. Now, the weird thing about zone coverage and statistics this year is there are thresholds, right? So a threshold is a certain point that you have to get better options, if that makes sense. So essentially, if you have 91 zone coverage or higher, your cornerbacks will play like Jesus Christ himself. If you have less than 91 zone coverage, they all pretty much play the same. And I know that sounds silly, I know it sounds funny, but they will. So it doesn't matter if you have 95 speed, 89 zone coverage, you're not gonna be as good as somebody with a 91 zone coverage. The 91 zone coverage will literally cover every single route. So if you see a guy playing with Aqib Talib, a Richard Sherman, a Chris Harris Jr., a Micah Hyde, all these cards in their lineup, and every single defensive back has 91 zone coverage or higher, good luck, my friend. Good luck passing the ball. My suggestion to you at this point would just be to run the football, maybe run a draw play if he's running that little cover 2 type thing, but the 91 zone coverage is what is absolutely incredible this year about Madden. Now, me personally, I don't really like it. I don't like the fact that there's a threshold that it's like an on and an off switch. It's like a light switch. You pretty much either have the incredible animations and coverage or you don't. I wish there was like it built up to it. So like 87, 88, and 89 zone coverage, they play the corner routes pretty well, but not incredibly well. With 91 zone coverage, it locks them down 100%. You can literally run a Tampa 2, a cover 2 with cloud flats, and you will lock up absolutely everything. I'm gonna try to bring up some gameplay of some stuff that I was playing against yesterday, and I was actually throwing these out routes, I mean almost every single time, against cover 4, against man coverage, and no one was picking it off. And that's because they didn't hit that 91 threshold, that 91 zone coverage. Now guys, I'm gonna go over some of the cards that have the 91 zone coverage so that you know who they are when you're playing against them. Or if you're a high roller, if you're a big spender, you can actually pay the coins to get these cards. Now, just as a warning, just to let you know, these are expensive cards. Very expensive cards. Probably more expensive than I would normally pay for a cornerback. I got Micah Hyde just because I kind of wanted to test it out and see if they're really good. And they're good. Trust me, it's insane. The first card that I want to look at is this Richard Sherman. Now guys, Richard Sherman is going for 380,000 coins, and he's an 89 overall. Now check the stats. He only has 83 speed, which is like, what? It only has 83 speed. Now if you look at the zone coverage, it's only 90 zone coverage, but his chemistry, right? Read and react. If you pair him up with other people that have read and react chemistry that also have crazy high zone coverage, his zone coverage will boost up to a 91 overall, and he will be, I mean, just locked down. The next person I want to look at is this Aqib Talib. Now, this is a very similar card to the Richard Sherman. 83 speed, 90 zone coverage, but he does have that read and react chemistry. So if you pair him up with other people that have read and react chemistry, that zone coverage will boost up to a 91 overall. Now, he just got a brand new card, a 91 overall. I mean, this is unbelievable. The dude has 92 zone coverage with pretty good chemistries, read and react, so it's just gonna go up even more. 95 press, 90 zone, 85 speed. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it's gonna be impossible to go up against these cards. Now, the next card, the one that is probably the most expensive out of all of them, is 90 overall Chris Harris. Now, the reason why he's so expensive is because he has good speed. Yeah, speed is still important in this game, but he has good speed. This one right here, again, 90 zone coverage. You got read and react. You boost it up, +1 zone coverage. You get that 91 zone. If you have these cards or you're playing against these cards, it's mostly if you're playing against these cards because most people don't have them. If you're playing against cards like these, just don't throw at them. Just don't try to go to the corner routes. Don't go to the drags. try to run the ball as much as possible. Run the draws, run the inside zones, the halfback bases, whatever it may be. Now, the next card that I'm going to look at is not even a cornerback, and this is where it gets crazy. This is where it gets honestly dangerous. This right here is Paul Puzzlesny. I know 80 speed, 87 hit power, 91 tackle, 91 player. You're like, Mike, why is this card so good? Well, here's the first hint. He has read and react chemistry, which is a +1 to zone coverage. And if you look at the card, he already has 90 zone coverage. So if you pair him up with all those other cards, he will have 91 zone coverage as a linebacker. As a linebacker, that's going to be unbelievable. He's already hit the threshold, and he's also a pass rusher. This card is going to be so good, and I feel like people are sleeping on it hard. So essentially, guys, the moral of this video is to get cards that have 91 zone coverage or better. If you can't get the cards that have 91 zone coverage, don't worry about the zone coverage whatsoever. It doesn't matter. I know it sounds ridiculous. I know it sounds terrible, but if it's not 91 zone or 90 zone with read and react chemistry, it don't matter. And if you see on the top 3 players that you're playing against Chris Harris Jr. or Aqib Talib or Richard Sherman, just steer clear, run the football, don't go at him. Just don't do it. You're gonna have a terrible time if you try it. Hopefully you guys understand this concept and you understand this going forward throughout the year in Madden Ultimate Team. Like I said, I haven't seen anybody do videos on this. Again, I didn't really look for it, but I hadn't seen any pop up in my suggested box. If anybody did, I'm sorry for, I don't know, doing the same video they did. It's kind of the same thing. I just want to let you guys know because the Twitter community and the Twitch community are already pretty aware of this. I just wasn't super sure about the YouTube community. And again, now that you know, just steer clear. Just steer clear of those cards. And if you a high roller, then hey, go out and get yourself some read and react chemistry cornerbacks with 90 zone coverage. Boost that bad boy up to 91 and literally just set the controller down. Just set it down. Guys, that is gonna be it for the video today. I'm gonna have another video come out later tonight. Hopefully, we're gonna pray to the, I guess, upload speed gods that I'm able to get it up in time. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new, and guys, see you in my next upload. Peace.